Sometimes you may find when you're improvising a harness that a sit harness isn't really sufficient. For example, if you're going over the edge and you're carrying a large pack, you have a tendency to go upside down if you don't have a chest harness on. So sometimes having a chest harness in addition to the sit harness is very helpful. I'm going to show you two different ways of tying a chest harness. One way is very simple, but it's a little bit sloppy and awkward. And the simple way is just take a piece of webbing. I have here a 12-foot piece of webbing, which I try to remember to take on every mission. I have a selection of webbing that I carry with me other than the team webbing, which tends to be too long for a lot of uses. So we could just do the standard ring bend or water knot. Then we've got the loop. Make a figure 8 out of it. Put one arm through one side of the 8, put the other arm through the other side, and over your head. And there you have a very quick makeshift chest harness. That chest harness, if you clip in right here with a carabiner and clip that to the rope, you're going to find that things get out of hand real fast. So you need to control the ends, and one way you can do that is connect it to your sit harness in some fashion. And now you can connect to the rope. There's another, what I think is more comfortable chest harness that you can do. It's not in your book, but I kind of like it, and I've talked to some other folks who also like it. It's a little more self-supporting, a little more comfortable. So once again, with 12-foot webbing, I'm going to find the ends. I'm going to do the 1 cubit offset. Find the new middle. And I'm going to do an overhand knot on a bite. Then I'm going to find the longer of the two strands. I'm going to put the knot about at my sternum, put the long strand over my shoulder, straighten it out. I'm going to take the shorter of the two strands and wrap it around my back and capture the strand that I threw over my shoulder. And then I'm going to tie an overhand knot through this overhand loop. Then I'm going to take the strand that's over my back, pull it up over the opposite shoulder, again keeping the strand nice and flat. And then I'm going to connect these two together. Again, I can use a water knot or ring bend. I can also use a reef knot or a reef bend or square knot. So I've chosen to do the reef bend because it tightens up, ties tight. I have to do a safety. Because I'm a little fat, I can only do a single overhand on one side. I could probably do a double overhand on this side, but first time I'll just tie a single. Okay, now I've got a self-supporting chest harness that I can now connect either with carabiners or I can use a short piece of 5-foot webbing to connect the chest harness to the sit harness. And when I'm tied into the end of the rope is going to go through this bight and around the waist and tied up. So I'm tied directly into the end of the rope if I'm going to be there for a while. If I'm not going to be there very long, I can put a figure 8 on a bight on the end of the rope and clip into my beaner.